Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, and welcome to week 2 of Bible 202, Jesus, the Focus of Scripture. I want to thank you all for your very good work, getting stuff turned in a timely fashion, and some really good work that I've been looking at so far. I'll be grading up your stuff here the first part of this week. So just want to thank you for getting it in. And if you haven't done that, you've still got some time to do that. Please be sure, if you can, to get those week 1 assignments submitted. And also at the outset of this video, I do want to remind you that your parable recreation, the parable that you will be doing for your parable recreation project, which is due week 7, the project itself is due week 7, but you need to let me know by the end of this week, which is next Sunday, January 29, what parable you're going to be pursuing. Some of you have already let me know, and I appreciate that very much. And a couple of you have asked me, okay, so how do I do this? Well, that's the fun. It's a creative project for you. Be creative. Either you submit a video or a PowerPoint presentation with reflection at the end. I did a video on this last week for you to take a look at if you haven't done that already. But I'm not going to do your work for you, but I want you to have fun with this, but also achieve the goals for the assignment. So if you have any questions other than how to do it, I'm here to help you. But please be sure to get your parable selection into me by this Sunday, and you can just email me that either via james.shelton@point.edu or your Canvas email. All right. This week, we're going to look at the world of Jesus. We have a voiceover PowerPoint here in the module for week 2. And what we're going to be looking at is part of what Jesus dealt with was a clash of 2 cultures. And they're very different from ours. Judaism and Greco-Roman culture had certain ways of viewing the world that might be foreign to us today. And so what we're going to attempt to do this week is to paint a picture of what Jesus' world looked like and how that shaped his mission. You can see the learning objectives there and the learning activities. You're going to continue your reading in Stein, chapter 3 this week, and Philip Yancey's The Jesus I Never Knew, chapters 3 through 6. View the lecture and then continue reading through Luke at your own pace. And you have that summary of the Gospel of Luke, which is due coming up week 4, the last day of that week. Again, keep thinking about which parable you want to recreate. I can let you go till the end of this week. It says here week 2, day 2, but I can give you to the end of this week, and it's no problem whatsoever. Take a look at that parable recreation instructions download there that's available to you in the module. You do have a forum for this week, and you're going to, just like last week, a 250-word substantive engagement with the text, and then a 100-word response to a classmate. And those, of course, are due. Your first response should be in by Friday, and your last response by the end of business before you lay your head on the pillow next Sunday night. The focus points for this week are Jews in the first century believed that their identity as God's people, and in contrast with the Gentiles, was crucial and affected all aspects of life. Jews in the first century had certain expectations about how God would intervene in the world. And they believed that God would institute his kingdom, that he would do that by sending a deliverer, and that the Jews would assume a privileged position in the world when he did so. Now, opinions on exactly how God would fulfill these expectations depended on which subgroup of Judaism to which a person belonged. So you'll be looking into that this week. Now, I did want to go over to the discussions while we're here and take a look at week 2's prompt. And here it is right here. All right. So the question for this week is, how has knowledge of the world of Jesus, and particularly of first century Judaism, influenced your understanding of Jesus and his mission? All right. So just thinking about and reading through the first few chapters of Stein and going through the lecture material, and maybe something you might have picked up in Sunday school or another class. Perhaps you watched a special on television or wherever. Your knowledge of the world of Jesus and how it is set in that context of first century Judaism, how has that influenced your understanding of Jesus and his mission? So this is the prompt for this week. Your first response is due by Friday the 27th. And then, of course, do engage with one of your classmates by next Sunday night, the 29th. I don't like to make these videos long, but I do like to check in with you at the beginnings of the weeks and let you know that I'm praying for you. And as I said, I'll be doing your grading over the next few days, getting your assignments back to you. Thank you so much again for your timely submission of assignments. Keep it going, folks. I know we're all busy. And I just want you to know how much, again, I appreciate the opportunity to go along with you on this journey through this most important of classes. Jesus, the focus of Scripture, and I'm praying for you. And keep going, as I say, you can do it. And I'm here for you, james.shelton@point.edu, or you can email me through Canvas. God bless. Have a great week.